Yo! What's up? Hey.
Oh gosh.
Man, so good to have you here.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for being one of the Carpool Honchos.
How exciting.
So exciting. Now before we go, man, we're heading into the weekend. The skies are getting better. We're heading into summer. What is your jam?
Well, I know it's not September right now. It's November. But my September song by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Come on now. Let's do it. Woo! Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You ready?
Yeah.
What a time to be alive.
I feel quite hyped.
Hey, so look, thank you so much for being, one of the Carpool Honchos, man. We have been waiting for this one. And man, I just want to ask you a little bit, me and Andy, we see you all the time. Dino, we see you all the time. You're like Charles in charge, eh? Like you're just on. You just bring
I'm
the
large
energy.
and in charge.
You're on. We love seeing some of the customers that come through, your clients come through, the transformation and all that.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask is essentially the lead up. Do you want to talk a little bit about your journey from having that dream or ideas or whatever those things are to actually turning them into reality?
Sure.
Building a business, man.
I mean, it didn't start that way.
Yeah.
It started, I was in school, and I was sort of like any other person in school. You're planning to go to uni, not knowing what you want to do.
Yeah.
But we're so conditioned to think that you have to go to uni after school and just sort of follow, get a degree and get this. And so that was sort of where I was heading. Yeah. I actually dropped out of school before 7th form and I went straight to uni.
Did you?
Yeah. So I did it. I got into communications first, and I always wanted to work in events. I liked parties. So I guess I was like, cool, I want to organize parties. And then I just sort of fell into marketing and PR and events. And I guess it's a lot different to where I'm at now, working in health and fitness. So I guess my hobby is what sort of turned into my now business. So going to the gym, playing sport has always been a part of my life. And I guess I had to make a decision when I was working for a children's charity. I was going to the gym all the time, and I had studied personal training, and I always wanted to do that just because I wanted to help people get into shape, because I had just got into bodybuilding as a hobby, and then I got to a bit of a crossroads where I just had to make a decision whether I was going to take the plunge into doing something I was extremely passionate about, and not knowing if I was going to make any money, not knowing if it was the right business choice. I didn't really know anything about building my own business. I've done it with Jeremy, who's my now husband. So we were both in the same boat. He was working in marketing and product merchandise, and he actually studied animation and art. Did he? Yeah. So we really did a bit of a crossroads. We both took the plunge at the same time. We said we'll support each other, and if we fail, we fail.
So you both are actually quite creative.
Maybe.
Like for your marketing and PR, and you're actually quite, like an animated personality. I think you are quite animated. You use your hands a lot. You're quite vocal about things. You're not afraid of all that, right? Those come out.
And Jeremy's like the total opposite.
Yeah, funny that.
You complement each other, right? Though?
We definitely balance each other out.
Do you get to use in your those original skill sets of marketing and PR and stuff, because you're naturally that person. That's what I see. That you are naturally that person. Do you get to use that in your company?
I think that's where we've got our business JBs Elite now for 10 years, and I think we've gotten to this point because of our history and our background with being in marketing and being in PR, being around people. We started off just as personal trainers, and I think there's a bit of a stigma around personal trainers because personal trainers, usually a lot of the people that do go into that profession will fall out at some point, because it's so hard to keep a business like that going, to constantly have income coming from training a client. So we sort of realized pretty quick that, you know, you've only got so many hours in the day, and so many peak time hours that people would want to see you. And personal training is such a luxury already. It's a privilege to be able to afford to go see a personal trainer. It's always the first thing that gets dropped from a budget. So we wanted to figure out how we could make more revenue and create a bigger business by being in personal training. So that's why we sort of went out and studied more. We studied strength and conditioning, nutrition, biomechanics.
Just like put more tools. Isn't it funny that health is always the first thing that people drop? Yet it's the thing that...
Which is so confusing to me.
Yeah, I know. But I know it because I've been in that spot where it's like, oh, you know, maybe finances get a little tight. You're like, okay, what are we going to drop?
Especially this year.
And then you think, 100%. And you think you can do it, but accountability is so key. Like, you actually...
Absolutely.
We talk about mentors and... I don't know, mentors in business and mentors in other parts of life, but we need mentors when it comes to, or accountability around health as well. Freaking, if our health drops, man, like, we drop.
I know, 100%.
And it affects everything. So
people would rather give up their health choice, you know, like maybe personal training, seeing a nutritionist, seeing a wellness coach, life coach, but they won't give up going out to dinner every week, getting takeaways, having a coffee every day, which are very simple things to sort of, you know, when you put things into perspective. But I think it's just a mind thing. We're just conditioned in a certain way, and us humans don't really like to change too much.
It's funny though, like, because if you don't have your health, you've got, what do you have?
Nothing.
Right? You can't experience life, you can't do anything. Just even the smallest thing can throw things out of whack. And wow, what a year 2020's been so far, right?
I know.
And you know, you talk about people dropping health, but yet, you know, here we are at the business end of the year, right? We're coming down, we're in November now. You're still around. You've obviously
We've
come
survived.
through this thing. You've survived.
Have survived.
Look at you. We should have seen that song. Damn it.
Have survived.
For round two.
Round two.
I will never ever be able to listen to September again. It'll always be
without
November.
thinking of me. Oh no.
And that,
Without thinking of what's the road. Oh my gosh.
Oh
dear, man.
But you've come to this end here, and obviously you've got these complementary skills like your marketing and stuff. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about what's really seen you through in that whole time period? Like, what have been the keys that have driven you? You've obviously got to a great spot, you've got a great clientele, but you've been able to come through this in an industry that's probably been relatively hard hit. So what's been your keys to keep going forward?
I think for us and our company, we've really grown our business with a focus on organic growth. We really wanted to create a name within the industry where people would just be able to talk about in a positive light. We did things slowly compared to other businesses like us. We didn't jump straight into the social media marketing. We didn't, you know, and people would maybe sort of say to us, we should have. We might have been in a better place now. I'm not sure, but we're in such a good place now, and I think the way that we've grown has just been from us being super authentic and using our social media platforms just to portray who we are, what we're passionate about, and we're so fortunate that has created this road that we are now on, we're now here to be able to say, yes, we've been in business for 10 years and we've been able to survive COVID, and we've got really loyal clients, and we're still bringing in new clients that we're loving to meet. And the thing is with us, we want to help people grow, not just from a vanity, body way. We want people to grow physically, mentally, spiritually, so that they can go off and live their life. They don't need, they have all the tools. We like to give people the tools. You know, we don't like to drive the car. We like to sort of sit in the back seat and help guide.
We spoke a little earlier about, setbacks, right?
Yeah.
And, what do they say? The comeback is going to be stronger than the setback.
Sure.
I just wonder if you could talk to us a little bit about that, because I know there are so many people that are feeling at the moment like, I'm set back. Where to from here? How do I even...
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I've actually had a few times in my little life, in my young life, where I've had, setbacks. I think it's part of life. It's natural. We all have to face obstacles, and I think that's what makes us grow and keeps us wise. But I think I wouldn't say it's a setback, but I would say it's what sort of halted me is when I had my kids. Obviously I love my kids to death, but I had 2 kids really close, so I had 2 in 2 years. So I felt like I had to stop what I was doing in my career because my focus had now shifted to bringing my babies into the world, and my husband had to keep our business going, so he's out there hustling to keep our business relevant and current, which is a very important thing in the health and fitness industry. You have to be out there and marketable, and you have to keep your sales up. So it was quite tough for me to see him growing and progressing, and me having to completely take a different path and just focus on my babies and things, which has been obviously the best life experience and choice that I've ever made, which and they've taught me so much as a human, as a mother, as a parent. So and it's so I wouldn't say it's a setback, but having to start again after you've been off work for 2 years really knocks your confidence. It knocks, your body's changed. Huge. Your mindset has been out of the game for so long, so it's like you lose a little bit of that oomph that you had before that little obstacle happened. So it's like,
especially when you're so competitive as well. If your nature is naturally competitive, like you play hockey and you play these sports, right? You've always been like that. If you've always been like that, that would have been actually quite difficult. To be naturally just like boom, you're.
Well, I think it took a real knock on my confidence. I had become a very strong, confident mother. And even my whole content on my social media had all changed to my kids. I wasn't posting my selfies anymore, and like my gym training anymore. It just became like, who had spewed that day, and my 2 kids crying on the floor having a fight, so even my following had changed, and I had noticed a lot of my followers had dropped off. And it was really interesting to me that people are so online, social media, they're very shallow about who they're following and why they're following people. So so sitting here now, and my kids are 2 and 1 now, so they're still very young, but I'm in such a good place. I've been able to I've had such good support around me, and I'm able to just baby step back into my career and my work, and it's just been the best thing. I think sometimes when you think about going head first into everything super quickly from having a bit of a setback, it can be extremely overwhelming, especially for someone of my nature that's extremely, I'll just dive head first in because I know I'll land on my feet usually. But when I was sort of felt like I'd been out of the game for a while, so I was just like, oh my god, I don't know how to get back in. I'd take one step and then I'd be taking I'd retreat, so I'm lucky that I had Jeremy, and I've got a really supportive family that just was like, you can do it, man, just pick your head up.
What are some of those steps? What could somebody do who's in that position right now? What steps can they actually take?
I just think,
what did you do?
I just think I took it day at a time. I wrote daily tasks down that I had to complete, whether it was the tiniest thing, like you need to drink a litre of water today, just because you forget about yourself a little bit.
I love that.
So just little steps where you're building your confidence back up, going back to the gym, and this is going back to how fitness and health is so important. Like when I started training again, eating right again, my mood was increased. I had endorphins. I was happier. I was more positive, and I was able to just have more clarity about where I was going and what direction I was going, because I felt mentally aligned. I felt like I was ready to take that next step. And that's why I feel like people really, especially new mums, you really just need to take that time for yourself and to really work on yourself. It's not selfish to want to do that. And that just makes you a better mum and a better person and a better career woman, especially if you want both.
I want to ask you, what is your treat? Like, what's your go-to treat? Like an unhealthy go-to treat, man.
Oh my stuff.
like or takeaways or whatever. What is it?
Like
if there
hot
is one.
chips.
Hot chips? Would you like a bit of
I am.
Should we get some hot chips right now?
I love hot chips. Like I'm any chips, curly fries, wedges, string.
Have you ever put them
I'm
in...
a chip person.
Have
I'm a
you
chip
ever
freak.
put them in bread? Like, have you ever...
I mean,
I don't have chip buddies.
Oh.
No, you can't. You lose the integrity of the chip.
No. With
Ooh.
lots of
No.
butter and salt. It's good.
No.
Man.
You just need a little chip. Anyway,
Yeah.
chips are my thing. But our burgers and fries are probably our go-to.
Yeah? Burgers, fries.
Okay, what
Yeah.
burger joint? We're gonna put a shout out there right now. Number one burger joint
Fuel,
for you guys.
Burger
Burger
Fuel.
Fuel.
So good, right?
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Burger Fuel,
I love
burn out.
Burger Fuel.
Hey, what's the future? What does 2021 look like for your company?
Oh,
What do you reckon?
I'm very excited for 2021.
Yeah.
I feel like because this year, because of COVID, we've had to really up the ante with our online programming and our online work.
Yeah.
So we've actually just launched our new website
Nice.
about a month ago.
Yeah, nice.
And it has been so great. And so we've got our online clientele has been building a lot over the last month, and it's been really good. So we're hoping to have a bigger online presence.
Sure.
For next year, which is something I'm working on, and Jeremy's going to continue working on the floor. I'm only going to work sort of 10 hours a week on the floor, which is kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And we may look at sort of bringing some more people in.
Yeah.
And some trainers.
Oh, wow.
So that's definitely something
That's
we want to
exciting.
do. Yeah.
Watch this space.
Watch the space. And like
Yeah.
for United, guys, United Challenge. Yeah, so we're looking to get more trainers for United Challenge as well. So
Cool.
it's exciting.
Hey, look,
I'm excited for next year.
Yeah, man, if you're looking for trainers, I mean, me and Andy are more than happy.
I mean, really?
at some point, yeah.
You guys would look
Have you
very
noticed
good
the
in these
Stefan?
uniforms.
Cool, okay, let's do it. We'll do it. Actually, we will do a challenge next year. I reckon you should do that.
You should
get
do
us to turn up.
one.
No, you
Why
should
don't
get
you
us
do
to
a
turn up as
challenge?
trainers, but we don't know what we're doing.
Why don't you come and support my small business and do my
we'll
challenge?
do it. Okay, let's do it.
Do a plug
Yeah.
right now. When's the next United Challenge?
So the next United Challenge is the 25th of January,
Oh, yeah.
2021.
I'll be there.
Start your year right.
Start your year
start your
right.
right.
You know, we give you like the whole month of Jan to, sort it out. But we are going to be still running our United classes up until Christmas. If anyone wants to join and they see this podcast, you can come do a couple of classes for free.
Yes. And then where can people typically find you?
So Jeremy and I, we're at JBs Elite. We're located at the Crate.
Oh, yeah.
And we're also over at Snap Fitness in Marangi Bay, which is across the road. This is the gym we work from. And so we're sort of on Constellation Drive, just Monday to Saturday.
Cool. And anyone that wants to contact you, just sort of kind of get in touch, what can they do there? Is that go on your website?
Yep. So so anyone can go onto our website. It is www.jbselite.com. That is jbselite.com.
Yeah.
In the comments.
In the comments below.
Yes.
And you could email me or Jeremy. We're just Brie or Jeremy at jbselite.com.
And so all of you guys, thank you for joining us. Stay tuned.
you.
Again, sponsored by and punched it with the Crate Flexible Office Space. Business with Locals. Check us out once a month. The first Thursday of every month, we get together. Entrepreneurs get together. Business owners locally from around the North Shore, connecting, getting leads, just making business happen. And of course, thank you to Toyota and the Small Business Driver for that partnership. We love it. Great drive. Guys, again, we'll see you next time. Can't wait to see you then.